Okay, this is gonna be one quick story, but when her parents were getting married a couple months ago,
in
October, and I went with her and her sisters and her parents and some of her family to go decorate the place where you're gonna have the after party and stuff.
And the cake wasn't made. That was the last night. So me and my grandmother were going back to her house, and then I asked if more could come.
If I could come, and she's like, yeah, sure. So I called my parents, told them I was going. I didn't know where.
Wait, 1 second. Yeah, I was getting that part. So we stopped at the convenience store, but on the way,
it was a long fucking drive. I tried reading the signs, but I couldn't believe we were going too fast.
It was only 30 minutes.
It felt long to me.
Once we got to the convenience store, it takes 45 minutes to get to my grandparents' house, though. But 15 minutes from the convenience store.
Felt like fucking 2 hours to me. Anyways, go on.
So then we stopped at so before we got to the convenience store, Maura was like, I have one question, Ashley.
No, it's when we stopped there and we got out of the car.
And I said, oh yeah, it was when we got out of the car. And I said, what? And then, because she stopped.
Because I'm like, Ashley, wait, I got a really important question. And her grandmother's there, and she walked in, and Ashley stopped. But it was before her grandmother walked in. She's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know where we are. I feel like if I click my red shoes 3 times and say there's no place like home, there's no place like home, I'll be there. So I did, and she explained where we were. You explained the rest.
Oh yeah, I was like to my grandmother. I call my grandmother Matt. And she was like, me and my grandmother laughed. We're like, you've never been here before?
She lives in She lives far away from here, and I've never been there.
Bel de Rio or something like that. I don't even
know what it's called. And your ma lives there.
Your ma lives there. Anyway, so then we got back to my grandparents' house, and my aunt was staying there, who's from like...
She's wicked, man.
She's from states away. She's not in the same state that we live in. So then she was there at my grandparents' house, and then... I was cooking, with her son, he's a toddler. So then me and Ma were stirring the stuff, and Maura went outside to go get her chips.
Because her Ma bought us chips, and I left mine in the car half eaten, and it was like really dark, and her grandfather and aunt were sitting outside on the deck having a smoke. And
so then I was in with my grandmother. I didn't know what they were doing. Like, so Maura went, and then...
And I was going to ask for smoke too, so I went outside. And I got the chips out of the car, and they had a joint lit and a smoke, and she had her, and she had like, and her grandfather had a cigarette, and her aunt or whatever had a joint and
vapor.
That's what it's called, vapor. So I go to the car, and I'm walking back, and her grandfather had a pack of smokes, and I was craving real bad, man. And I'm like, hey, can I, like, he was having a smoke, and I didn't know if I should either have a drag of his or ask for a full one.
Oh, yeah, I said ask for a drag first.
So...
But I knew he'd give you one. I told you that. You were sketching.
I was, because that was the first time I met her grandparents, so I'm like...
Oh, no, when we got there, though, I need to say something.
Oh, my God.
So when we got there, I was like to my aunt.
We walk in, and they're like, who's this?
Well, that's what my grandfather said. He's like, no, who's this? And I was like, just a hitchhiker we picked up on the way.
He believed her.
And then he's like, oh, where'd you pick her up? Like, and I thought he was just, like, going along because he knew I was joking.
He wasn't going.
And then I was like, oh, just down before the convenience store. And then, he's like, oh, uh-huh. Like, I thought he was just joking.
That's something my mom would say, oh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say, actually.
And then, this was later on that night.
So then, we go, and I'm walking up, and I'm like, excuse me, because I didn't know his name at the time.
You called him Poppy.
I wanted to call him Poppy. I called him Poppy with her, and I'm like, excuse me, Poppy, if it's okay if I call you that, but Poppy.
No, because remember, I used to call you your grandfather too.
Yeah. So I'm like, Poppy, could I possibly have a drag of that cigarette? And he's like, oh, you smoke too? And I'm like, yes, I do. And I'm just eyeing the smoke in his hand, and he's like, well, here, I'll just give you a full one. If you smoke, you smoke. If you want any, just come to me. And I'm like...
And he said there's nothing you can do
yeah,
about it.
he's like, there's nothing you can do about it, but if you smoke, you smoke. And I'm like... oh, you're too kind. And it was my first time meeting him, so I'm like, I didn't know how it was going to go.
I told you,
yeah, they are chill as fuck. And then her Aunt Coral, she has the joint, and I'm smelling it, and I'm like, I go, and I didn't think they heard me, because I was lighting the smoke. I'm like, and then Coral's like, you want a toke? And she passed to me. I'm like, are you serious? She's inside. She didn't know what was happening, and I'm like...
and, like, the deck, so it's, like, the kitchen and, like, the
deck right
table's
there.
right there, and the deck's there. You can see from the kitchen outside.
The screen door was only shut, so the inside door is open, so you could probably smell it. And I don't know if her grandmother knows.
Oh, yeah, she knows.
Okay, but does she smoke? No, right?
No.
So then Coral's like, you want a toke? Blowing it out at my face, and I'm like, are you serious? And she's like... yeah, I know Ashley smokes, but I don't know if you do, but you look like the type to smoke, so I want to know if you do, and it's fine if you do, I'll give you some. Like, I love you!
I thought you were smoking your hand the whole time. I just say, take a drag.
I
was say, hurry up like I always
yeah, I
do.
looked at it, and I'm like, so, I'm like, I fucking love you guys, and it was the first time meeting him, so we're all up there having a joint. I walk in, yeah. And I walk in, Ashley didn't know, and I'm
no,
stoned.
you called me out you called me out. Cause Coral
and then we went back. Yeah, and then we went back inside, but that was after we finished the joint.
Yeah, no. So Coral told Moore to get me, and then Moore's like, Ashley peeks her head in, and then she's like, come here, and then I was like, I'll be right back, Matt. I went outside, and I was just thinking, what the fuck? She's smoking my cousin's
water.
My mouth tastes so weird. And
so then she came outside, and then we're outside for a couple minutes.
And then my aunt says
her grandparents still don't know she smokes cigarettes.
Oh yeah, they don't. No, my parents don't even know I smoke cigarettes. They know I smoke weed. I smoked a joint from them the other day. So then I don't put that on all the way. So then Coral's like, so did you guys actually? Is she actually a hitchhiker? And then I was like, no, we were joking. And then Father's like, holy fuck, I thought you were serious.
It was funny. So anyways, we go back inside, and I'm stoned as fuck. Ashley's there laughing at me. And then I kept wanting some more water. And Cora was doing... okay, we'll be done in 1 minute. Oh, what time is it? Okay. So then... just meet me at the window and I'll give you a blanket from outside. And you can wear that too.
Wait, like, right now?
Yeah, when I'm done this video.
Alright.
So then... turns out she kept spitting in my water and I kept wanting more and more, didn't even notice.
Oh yeah, no, we were eating chocolate, Girl Guide cookies, and like there was a lot of chocolate in my teeth or whatever, so I'd hawk a loogie, and it'd be like, you know, whenever you just eat something, your saliva thickens, and it's all like brown. I kept spitting brown fucking, that was good shit. That's from the other state.
Anyways. Yeah, bye. I'm fucked right now.